Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music. I'm going to talk about how you can play a song called Sexual Healing by Marvin Gaye. And I ended up capoing this on 3rd fret to kind of match the recording, but the main bass line that we're kind of following for our verse chorus is kind of 3rd fret on the low E string, and then open A, open E, and then 1st fret on the low E, and then 3rd fret on the A. So kind of doing a G, A, E, F, C, and the chords that would back that up would start on a G major chord. Play G major. First finger goes to the A on the 2nd fret, 2nd finger on the low E string on the 3rd fret, and 3rd finger on the high E string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. Now, you may also want to think about putting the 3rd finger on the B string 3rd, pinky on the high E string 3rd. That's another way you can play your G major through the song. And then from the G, we're going to be going to an A minor chord. We're going to play A minor. First finger goes to the B string on the 1st fret, 2nd finger on the D string 2nd fret, and 3rd finger on the G string 2nd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A minor chord, and it sounds really, really sad. Now you may also want to think about lifting off the 3rd finger and making that an A minor 7, or you could take the pinky and add it in on the high E 3rd fret and an A minor 7 that way. Or you could use something called an A7 sus, where you do the 1st finger on the D 2nd, 2nd finger on the G 2nd, 3rd finger on the B string 3rd, pinky on the high E string 3rd. That might be another option for the A you might want to think about. And then from the A, we go to an E minor chord. We play E minor. First finger goes to the A on the 2nd fret, 2nd finger on the D string 2nd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an E minor chord, and it sounds really sad. Now you may also want to think about putting the 3rd finger on the B string 3rd fret, pinky on the high E string 3rd fret, and making that an E minor 7. And then from the E minor, we're going to be going to an F major. You could do this as a bar chord. We'll talk about an easier way to do this too. But you normally, to play F, you do 1st finger across the entire 1st fret, 2nd finger on the G string 2nd fret, 3rd finger on the A string 3rd fret, and the pinky on the D string 3rd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an F major bar chord, and it sounds really, really happy. Now a good substitute for that can be something called F major 7, where you play 1st finger on the B string 1st fret, 2nd finger on the G string 2nd fret, 3rd finger on the D string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds an F major 7 chord. You might want to think about that for your Fs. Or you may want to think about an F major 13, where you do the 1st finger on the G string 2nd fret, 2nd finger on the D string 3rd fret, 3rd finger on the B string 3rd, and the pinky on the high E 3rd, and kind of strum just the D string to the high E string, and kind of look that for your F. And then from the F, we'll be going to a C major chord. When we play C major, 1st finger goes to the B string on the 1st fret, 2nd finger on the D string 2nd fret, and 3rd finger on the A string 3rd fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. Now, while you're on C's in general, it can be kind of cool to lift off the 1st finger and make that a C major 7. Or you can take the pinky and go to the B string 3rd fret and make that a C major 9. Or another way to play C major 9 is to do 1st finger on the D 2nd, 2nd finger on the A string 3rd, 3rd finger on the B string 3rd fret, and the pinky on the high E string 3rd fret. And you can kind of work that for your C chord. And a lot of our verse chorus actually is just kind of that G, A minor, E minor, F, C, G, A minor, E minor, F, C. But a lot of times with a song like this, to make it more interesting, I like adding something called a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So we took the G and just tried that a lot. You'd have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down. Now the weird part about how the chords move is because they're all syncopated, or you're changing chords on the upstroke or on the up foot. So what you may want to do is kind of do the G with a down, down, and then hit the A minor for a up, up, and then the E minor for a down, up, and then go to the F for a down, down, and then hit the C with the up, down with the strum pattern. So you got G with a down, down, around the up, E minor, down, up, F, down, C on the up, down, G, down, down, around the up, E minor, down, up, F, down, C on the down, up. Now another strum pattern I would think about using through the song though is something called a 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is if you're tapping your foot to the beat, right now we're dividing that beat into 2 parts with our down, down, up, down, up. So 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide it into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And what I think could be kind of cool to match the feel of it is a down, up, down, up, down, up, 16th note strum pattern. And And what I mean by that is if you take the G and do it down for 1 and up on 4, you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, down, up. That's what you'd be doing on the first beat. Then on the second beat, you do a up on 2, down on 3. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, down, 1, up, down, 1, up, down, 1, up, down. And then on the third beat, you do a up on 2, up on 4. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, up, 1, up, 1, up. And then on the last beat, you'd be going down, up, down, up, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So all together, you got down. The verse chorus, you'd have the G with the down, up, and then the A minor for the down, up, and then E minor with the down, up, and then you have an F with the down, up, and then C with a down, up, down. So it's a little weird, but I think that could be cool through the song. It's kind of that G, up, A minor, up, E minor, down, F, up, C, up, down, up, G. That until we get to this cool little chorus tag where you may just want to work downs on these, but you start on a D minor chord. And the way you play D minor, first finger goes to the high E on the first fret, second finger on the G string, second fret, and third or the fourth finger on the B string, third fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds a D minor chord, and it sounds really sad. And then from the D minor, we go to an E minor chord, and then we go to an F major, and then a G major. So at the very end, you may want to tag it with kind of that G, A minor, E minor, and then D minor, E minor, F, G is kind of a down, down, or kind of down on every chord. Or if you dig on the 16th, you could get a down, down, up on each of those chords, kind of working that feel. So you'd have the G, up, A minor, up, E minor, D minor, E minor, F, G, to lead into our bridge part. And on our bridge, we start on the C major, but then we go to an E major chord. When we play E major, first finger goes to the G on the first fret, second finger on the A string, second fret, third finger on the D string, second fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an E major chord, and it sounds really happy. Now you may also want to lift off the third finger and make that an E7 chord, or you could take the pinky and go to the B string third fret and make that E7 a little bit more bite. And then we go to an F major chord, and it's kind of halving that with an E minor chord. And then we kind of hit our tag where we have the D minor, E minor, F, G walk up again. So we tried that with our down, down, up, up, down, up. The weird part is where you got that F to E minor change. And you may want to do down, down, up, and then hit the E minor with the last down. So you'd have C, down, up, E7, F, down, up, E minor, D minor, E minor, F, G, kind of through the bridge. Or if you're digging on the 16th, you could have the C with the whole pattern, E with the whole pattern, and then our F with the down, up, down, up, and then hit the E minor, that last down, up, to lead into the D minor, E minor, F, G. Now the weird part is to play along with Marvin Gaye, instead of starting on a G major chord, you start on a B flat major chord. So what you want to do is take a capo and put it on third fret, and now your G is really a B flat major, and your A minor is really a C minor, and your E minor is really a G minor, and your F is really an A flat major, and your C major is really an E flat major, and when we get to it, the D minor is really an F minor chord, and the E major is really a G7 or a G major. So if you could kind of follow that bass line for your intro, kind of a 3, 1, 3. That might be kind of a cool way to kind of intro the tune. Or you could work just kind of those hits on the chord too, kind of that G, A minor, E minor, F, C. Or you could use a strum pattern, G, down, A on the up, E minor, F, down, C on the up, down, up, G, down, A on the up, E minor, F, C, G, A minor, E minor, F, C, G, A minor, E minor, F, C. Or if you're digging on the 16th, you could have the G, bridge part. And you work that with the down, down, up, down, up. And have the C, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, F, down, up, D minor, D minor, E minor, F, G. Or if you're digging on the 16th, you'd have the C, E major, F, D minor, E minor, F, G, C, and we go back into kind of our main verse chorus. Now something else I think about adding to the song though is bass notes. And a lot of times on that first down of the down, down, up, down, up, you can throw in a bass for the chord. So on the G you'd have low E for the bass. On the A minor you'd have the A for the bass. On the E minors you'd have low E for the bass. And on the F, if you're doing the bar, you'd have the low E for the bass. On the F major 7 you'd have the D for a bass. Down, up, down. On the C you'd have the A for the bass. You'd have the D for the bass, and on the U major you'd have low E for the bass. So we tried that next verse kind of doing a bass down, up, kind of adding in some basses where we can. We'd have G with low E bass, down, A minor, up, E minor, F with the bass, down, C on the up, down, G with low E bass, down, C, A minor, up, E minor, F, C, G, A minor, F, C, G, A minor, E minor, F, C. Digging on the 16th, you could do that as kind of a bass, up, down idea. So you'd have G with low E bass, up, E minor with the A bass, up, E minor, F, up, C with an A bass, G with the low E bass, up, A minor with an A bass, F, C, G, A minor, E minor, F, C, G, A minor, E minor. Basses in on kind of our tag too by doing that as kind of a bass down, up, bass down, up, bass down, up, bass down, up. So you have D minor with D bass, E minor with low E bass, F with bass down, up, G with low E bass when you get that part. So you have G, A minor, D minor, F, G that last time through to lead into our next bridge part. And so if we added basses with our bridge, you could do it as the bass down, up, down, G with low E bass. Bass, down, up, E minor, D minor, E minor, F, G, C with an A bass, E with low E bass, F with a bass, down, up, E minor, D minor, E minor, F, G. Or if you wanted to add basses with the 16th, you'd have the C, E with low E bass, and we'd be back into kind of our main verse chorus, kind of that G, A minor, D minor, If you know there's licks around these chords too, or other strum patterns that work, feel free to kind of take this lesson and run with it any way you want to. Basics of how you can strum through Sexual Healing by Marvin Gaye. So, good luck!